Why you got female clothes here? Why, baby, to see them cues stomping in them boots? Yeah, I gotta put my hands on you. So let your hold on, let you get a handful, baby. She's a whole lot of woman. Soft kisses on some bad lips. It's yours, baby. You can cry. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Siobhan, and if this is not your first time here, thank you for stopping by again to see your girl. And if this ain't your first time here, I hope you subscribe, because baby, you came back for a what? For a reason. Anywho, y'all, welcome back to the channel. I am doing this video because this month is November, and November marks the 11th, can I say death on YouTube? Death anniversary? The 11th heavenly anniversary for Sean. For those of you who don't know, Sean was my husband, and he is the father of my child. He was murdered 11 years ago. This month makes 11 years. If y'all want to see that story, I know some of y'all are new here, so if y'all want to see that story, I'll try to link it in the description box if I remember. If not, it is on my channel, so y'all can go watch that to kind of catch up to see what happened if y'all interested in that. So yeah, if y'all gonna catch up, go catch up and come back to this one. So y'all read the title. I just had to explain what the title meant, because I know some of y'all like 10-year death, like what? I don't even know what I'm gonna title this video, but it's gonna be something along those lines. But anyway, y'all, so I'm gonna give y'all a backstory so that everything I'm about to tell y'all can kind of make sense, and it can like put y'all in a place of, you know, what happened, how everything happened. Back when this happened, I was upset, of course. Now this is something I can kind of laugh about. So I'm kind of doing this video in honor of Sean. So y'all, I was fresh out of high school, and me and Sean got together like right out of high school, my 12th grade year. So he had graduated 2 years or a year before me. 2 years or a year before me, I don't remember. But we had got together my senior year in high school, and I graduated in May 2005. So I graduated in May 2005, and he was going off to college the year that I graduated. So 2005, I don't know if y'all know, for those of you who are familiar with Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, we had a big hurricane. Hurricane Katrina happened in September 2005. Now mind y'all, I graduated in May. So that was 3 months after I graduated. This big storm happened, so Sean then went off to college because he was starting college that same year. So he left in June or July. I think he left in July. He left to go to college in July. He was going to play football. So when the hurricane hit, me and my family evacuated to Lake Charles, Louisiana. Now Lake Charles, Louisiana is a country, very country city, like really small, so I really didn't enjoy it at all. Sean went to college at Langston University, which is in Oklahoma. So Sean had to drive like 12 or 13 hours, I believe, to come see me once we relocated to Lake Charles, but he was doing it. Let me remind y'all, let me just put y'all back into place. Now during this time, we didn't have no GPS on the phone and all these fancy phones and everything, baby. We were using MapQuest. You had to MapQuest, and you printed out those directions, and it told you turn by turn. If you blink your eyes and miss a street, baby, you could end up in Massachusetts somewhere, okay? So he printed out the directions, and he would drive back and forth to come see me like nothing. So at some point, it was just too much. It was just becoming too much. And we also wanted to see each other. Like the long distance thing just he wasn't having it. Like Sean, if y'all know Sean, y'all know he just wasn't having it. So Sean was just like, won't you just come to Langston? Won't you just come and roll in Oklahoma? I could see if I can pull some strings. You know, I was misplaced due to the hurricane, and his football coach had like a lot of pull at the school. So I was like, he was like, just think about it. He was like, you know, if you think about it, he was like, just let me know. I can see what I can do. I can see what my coach can do, you know, to try to get you in. I know it's kind of late for enrollment, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. So I was like, you know what? I did like Lake Charles. I actually hated Lake Charles. I was miserable, and I was like, I'm missing my man too. Just as well as he missing me, I'm missing him too. So I was like, okay, you know, sounds good. So I told my mom about it, and she was kind of like, you know, at the time, you know, I'm you know, you think you grown when you fresh out of high school, but not really, because you still need your mama, your daddy, or whoever. So she was like, you know, if that's what you want to do, you know, Sean is a real good dude. He seemed like really responsible. So I was like, okay, let's give it a go. So I told him, he told his coach he pulled some strings, and he said, you know, just make sure you do all your paperwork and your FAFSA and everything before you come. So I got all of that done. So Sean was on his way back to New Orleans to come, back to Lake Charles to come get me. He drove to come get me. I packed like most of my stuff, and I was out. My mama seen me off, like she cooked us a breakfast and everything. And I got to Oklahoma, I took my placement test, and I did pretty good. Even though I'm enrolled in college, mind y'all, I still had nowhere to stay because I couldn't stay on campus in a dorm, and I couldn't stay on campus. I would either have to stay off campus, and just get like my own independent apartment, like outside of, you know, the college. Sean wasn't having it. Sean had a 2-bedroom apartment on campus with one of his friends that he went to high school with. They both play football. So he was like, you just gonna come stay here with us. He was like, you know, this was illegal. I don't want to say illegal, but this was against the rules, I guess. I don't know about illegal, but you wasn't supposed to do that, especially your first year. This was his first year. You could not have a girl staying with you on campus in a campus apartment. Like, you just couldn't do that. But the apartment was really nice, y'all. It was 2-bedroom. I knew his roommate. We were real cool. They had their own bathroom, their own room. They just shared like a living space and a kitchen. So I moved in, and it worked out. It worked out. So, you know, we were registered in school, just getting acclimated. Like, we were going to like little probate shows, just doing like, you know, fresh college stuff. When you're fresh in college, you do all the things. You go to the parties, you know, you hang out. So we were doing that, and my mama called, asked how we doing, and he was like, I got her, trust me, you know, I promise you, I got her, you don't have to worry about her, I'm gonna take care of her. And when he said that, he meant it for the duration of our relationship. And mind y'all, Sean was young. This was his first year in college. He wasn't working, but he figured it out. He was selling stuff. He would like sell snacks and stuff. He was making it do to do. Fast forwarded to about, we like maybe 3 months into school. So we 3 months into school, and Sean's roommate was dealing with this girl that I went to high school with. So I went to high school with her. Her and her sister attended the same college, Langston University. And we wasn't friends. Like, me and her sister had some classes together, I believe, in middle school, because we went to middle school together too. So we had some classes together, but we didn't really talk. We wasn't friends at all. So at the time, I was in class, Sean was in an apartment, and the girl, we gonna call her Cockroach. Cockroach came, knocked on the door. Like I said, she had dealings with Sean's roommate, but when she knocked on the door, Sean's roommate wasn't there. So he kind of told her, you know, he's not here. I'll let him know you came by or whatever if he come, you know. So she wanted to come in. So she was just like, well, let me in, you know, I'll wait for him. He was like, nah, I can't let you in, you know, while he not here. He was like, I can tell him you came by if he happened to come before you talk to him. He was like, but I can't let you in, you know, and I'm about to leave. So she going back and forth with him, telling him he's a Chad and all of this type of stuff. It just got really, really heated. And he was like, this is what he's telling me now. This is after I heard the story. He's like, you calling me out my name because I told you can't come in. I can't violate him like that and let you come in his room, and I'm about to leave. He was like, I just can't do that. That's not cool. So she's going off, calling him all kinds of names, calling him out his name. Now Sean, y'all, Sean was the type of person, he didn't play that. He didn't play that disrespect stuff. And when it got time to business, he gonna stand on business. He was like a fun but very stern person at a young age. Like, he just didn't play that. So she's going off and, you know, being real catty, like women are, calling him out his name and telling him, like, you know, call your girlfriend, because they knew we were dating, because like I said, we had went to high school together. So, and we from the same city. So she just like calling him out his name and telling him, go get your girlfriend. He's like, you know, my girlfriend don't have nothing to do with this, but I can do that. So she's trying to get in the door, and he was like, look, he told her, like, you know, don't touch me. That's where you're really crossing the line. Don't put your hands on me. I will tell him you came by, and that's it. And he kind of like slammed the door on her. So I come from class, I go back to the apartment, nobody's at the apartment. So I remember that they had football practice. So I walk to the stadium where they practice at, and I sit down, you know, everybody practicing, they getting their water. So they had like their little breaks. So he came up to me, you know, spoke, gave me a kiss and everything. So he looked like he was kind of upset or pissed off. And I'm like, what happened? Like, what's going on? He's like, nah, nothing. So I'm like, what's going on? Something happened, something not right. So he ran a story down to me, telling me, you know, what's going on about, you know, she calling him out his name, and like she like kind of shoving him and telling him like, go call your girlfriend, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, say what? She did what? She said what? I said, okay. So, you know, I'm just asking him like pretty much the rest of the story, like what happened and like what made her call you out your name, and just trying to find out like what happened, like what was her reason? Like, is she okay? Is she going through something? Like, did he do something? Did he cheat? Well, he wasn't cheating, because they wasn't actually together in a relationship. They were just, y'all know how that go. So that happened. Then fast forward, we get home after practice, we go inside, we eat. I believe they had a Burger King on campus. So we went to Burger King, got some food, came back, showered and everything. So later that night, they had a probate. Like I told y'all, we went to all of the probates, everything. And I love the probates, y'all. When I went to my first probate, I was like, oh my God, I love this shit. I really enjoyed it. Like, I like to see the cappers are okay, like the twirling or the candy canes and all that. I could deal with that, a little bit of that. But baby, to see them cues stomping in them boots, yeah, I want to see it every time. So we went to the probate where they came out and everything. So everybody kind of chilling, like just having a good time. So I see her and her homegirls. So everybody just kind of like vibing, and in my head, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm leave it alone. I'm not trying to get, you know, in trouble. I'm barely here. I'm here on somebody else's, like somebody else got me in. I'ma chill. So we just vibing. And the whole night she just like trying to catch my attention. She rolling her eyes, like doing all kinds of weird shit. So I'm like, let me see if you okay. So I went up to her and I asked her, you know, like what happened, what's going on, like da 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 do 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 do. So she got to mouthing off, da, 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 da. So I'm just standing there listening, and I'm like, you done? And she like, no, cause bitch, da, 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 da. Baby, after so much, I'm not gonna keep here arguing with you. I'm not gonna keep you calling me out my name. I'm calling you. We fussing back and forth. I got to hit you. I have to. There's nothing else. I didn't know what else to do at the time, y'all. That's how I felt. Like I don't even know. Like other than me not knowing what else to do, because I'm not about to argue with you, and you're not about to keep calling me out my name, and you didn't violated my man. I gotta put my hands on you. So I swing. I hit her. We fighting, and we fighting. So she on the ground. We fighting. So y'all, so many people just came, like females. Like I'm like, where the hell all these people came from? Now mind you, she was with a few people, like maybe 3 people that I seen, but baby, hands came from everywhere. So at this time they like jumping me or whatever. So Sean, one thing about that man, he ain't gonna let nobody, woman, baby, grandma, he will fight your grandma over me. So he came. So he bloop, bloop, bloop. I see females falling, dudes fall, like he just hitting whoever around. Whoever looked like they was hitting me, he was hitting them. So it's like me, him, and one of his male friends came over. He was like trying to break it up. Y'all, it was so crazy. So her sister came. Now mind y'all, her sister was pregnant at the time. So her sister came and hit me. I felt that leg. I did feel that one. So when I turned, I looked her dead in the eye. So I bloop, 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 bloop. So I'm hitting her, fighting her. She on the ground, and in my head I'm like, I'm in trouble. She's pregnant. She's on the ground. If she lose this baby, by the time I had those thoughts, they was coming, break it up. Everybody was breaking the fight up. So me and Sean kind of locked eyes, and he was like, so we ran, y'all. Like we ran, and one of his friends had an apartment on campus. So we went to his friend's apartment or whatever, because we already knew that they was gonna go to his apartment. And I wasn't supposed to be there. Why you got female clothes here? Why you got, you know what I'm saying? And y'all, this is so funny. In those apartments, they have twin beds. So y'all, we would sleep in a twin bed. We were sleeping together in a twin bed for like 3 months. So all of that happened. So later on, we got called, we all got called to the dean's office, I believe. So yeah, so we had like a hearing. So we had a hearing, and everybody spoke their piece and said what happened. So y'all, when they found out that this girl was pregnant, she don't really need a name, Lil Roach, Roach Jr., Cockroach Jr. When they found out, when that happened and they found out I put my hand, y'all, I just knew I was going to jail. I knew I was about to do life in jail. I was just like, oh my God. But we did the hearing, and I don't remember exactly how it went. Honestly, y'all, this was years ago. I don't remember exactly how it went, but they had to like pretty much go over everything. It's almost like you in court and you have a hearing, and you know you have to wait for the decision to be made. But we had to take finals during that time. But y'all, during that time we couldn't stay on campus, so we had to go. We stayed in a hotel. We had to leave campus because we couldn't be on campus. But they did allow us to take our finals. I believe it was. Yeah, I believe it was finals. So we got a hotel. Sean got us a hotel. We stayed there until, you know, it was time for us to take our finals, and they finally had made a decision. The decision was we had to go. So they put us off campus. They put us out of college technically. And I was upset, y'all. I was really upset. I was upset because I felt like that, y'all, I really, my whole, like when I got into the college and I got accepted and everything, I was like, you know what, I'm a pledge. I always wanted to pledge, AKA that was always like a dream of mine. Sean wanted to play football. He was really into football. And I just felt like it went down the drain for something stupid. And now older, looking back, I'm like, you have to really be wise about your decisions and make sure, you have to think in that moment, like the worst that could happen. And when you think of the worst, you have to ask yourself, is this worth it? is this person worth it? Is this something that I could just let go? And I tried to let it go. I really did try to let it go, and I was gonna let it go, y'all. And I'm not even like, that's something that I probably wouldn't have let go, but I did because of, you know, why I'm here. Somebody got me in here, my man on the football team. I want to pledge, aka, and I'm doing this, you know, for a reason. This is a cool thing. I'm in college with my man, you know, so it was just like a really cool overall experience. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't know what else to do, y'all. It was just like, I just heard her like just rah, 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 and I'm not a rah, rah, rah person, so it's like, all right, what's the next step? What else I do? And that was all I could do at the time. Like that's what I thought about. And honestly, the consequences did run through my mind, but I don't know. I didn't feel like we would get put out. I honestly didn't. So yeah, y'all, that's the story on how me and my husband got put out of college. And we did do good on our finals, y'all, but of course they didn't let us back in. And I don't know if her and her sister got put out later or if they just left, but I did see her back home like maybe 2 years, maybe 2 or 3 years after this was over, after we got put out, maybe 2 years. And that's another story time for another day. So if y'all want to hear what happened when I seen her after we got put out, stay tuned, because I will be doing a story time on it. So yeah, y'all, that's why graduation was canceled. That's why we didn't graduate from that college. Not saying that's why we didn't graduate, period, but that's what happened, y'all. That was our big college experience, and now I can sit back and laugh at it. But then, y'all, I was pissed. So yeah, y'all, if y'all enjoyed this story, or if y'all have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And like I said, if y'all are interested in, you know, what happened, how I became a widow, I think that's the name of the video, how I became a widow, how I became a young widow. If I don't remember to link it in the description box, it is on my channel, y'all. Y'all can go check that out. This is in honor of Sean's 11th year heavenly anniversary. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope this video was entertaining to y'all. If y'all liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe. If you're feeling the vibes over here, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.